You locked the door of your quarter and walked towards the castle. A smile appeared on your face when you saw Jungkook running his morning jog. You knew he would take at least an hour to finish exercising and all, so you have plenty of time to cook breakfast for him and to prepare according to his schedule. You walk inside the castle, smiling. Whoa, slow it down, Jessie, you almost broke it. You said, catching a vintage bowl, which was about to hit the floor after it dropped from her hands. Oh God, thank you so much, Ryan. You saved my life today, she said, putting her hand on her chest while releasing a sigh. You smiled and gave her the bowl. Be careful, okay? She nodded. Not everyone is as lucky as Ryan to get a freedom of doing things in their own way. She is only assigned for Prince John and only do his work and not like us. You rolled your eyes and picked a pan to cook breakfast for Jungkook. As if he has no work, only I know how I deal with all that. It's not easy to remember hundreds of tasks he do in a day and arrange everything according to that. I feel more like a personal secretary. Still, you always stay close to him and he look comfortable around you, when in reality he doesn't talk much to anyone, not even to his family members. I can't say anything about that though, but from what I have observed since I came here is he's not really a social person. Maybe because I stay almost 24/7 with him, he find it less difficult to talk to me also. And what do you guys wanna point out, huh? He only give me orders and instructions. Except this, we don't talk. Oh really? But what if he started to catch feelings for you like this? Just like those romantic movies and books? What would you do? You turn towards her and show a piece of carrot inside her mouth. That is why this is called reality. Be practical, sweetheart. But still, Ryan, what if something like this happens? You looked at her and smiled. I'll let the time decide what it wants. You picked the tray of food and walked away from the kitchen. You came in Jungkook's room and at the same time he also came back from his morning jog, drenched in sweat and a towel was wrapped around his neck. You both looked at each other but then you came inside looking down and placed the tray on the table. You came early. You turned towards him. It's correct 8:30. You are late today. Jungkook looked at the watch and nodded. It's okay, I'll reheat the food, but you should get ready quickly. I think you don't have any plan today, so can I select casual outfit? Today I'm going to attend NGO meetings and have to visit company for meetings, so take out my formal clothes. Mr. Lee didn't tell me about it. Jungkook wiped the sweat from his hairs while going towards the bathroom. It was a sudden plan. You nodded. You should hurry up in that case. He took a look at you and went inside the bathroom, closing the door. You walked towards his closet to choose his outfits. You already knew what dress you have to pick as he needs to wear royal prince outfit whenever he visits charity home and NGOs. You got job here as a princess personal maid through an agency. You always have this fascination to work in a royal family and when you got to know that you qualified all the interviews and they assigned you as a personal maid for the prince, your happiness was on cloud 9. You never faced any difficulty here and these royals are so nice to their housekeepers and all those who work with them. They provide every facility to their helpers and treat them nicely. You don't do any work apart from taking care of Prince and that's why you stay with him most of the time. Jungkook is not really an outgoing person or likes to talk much but he feels comfortable around you and you both are more like friends. So far, you're living your best life with no problems. From an orphan to working in a royal family who treats you nicely and like a part of their family, you really feel proud of yourself. You found the suit he has to wear, but unfortunately, while taking it out, your hair tangled into the button of his shirt. Ugh, ouch! You tried to free your hairs, but it got worse. Let go of my hairs, Aish. You sighed after giving up finally. Right then, Jungkook also came as he was waiting for you to show up from 5 minutes, but you didn't came, so he himself has to come. But when he saw you struggling to untangle your hairs from the shirt, he shook his head. What are you doing? You stopped and looked at him while his shirt was hanging on the right side of your head. I'm sorry, here's your suit. I'll give you the shirt in few minutes. You said, extending the suit towards him while he took it and again hung it on its place. You sure you're gonna do it without help? You got a little nervous when he came near you and started to untangle your hairs while you stayed there still. Sorry, I'll be careful from next time. From how long you are not washing your hairs? You felt so embarrassed as your cheeks turned red when he asked you that question. He took a glance at you and smiled internally. Actually I didn't wash them from 4 days. Actually I was feeling lazy, so you paused while he sighed when he didn't able to untangle. It's not coming out. It's okay, let me try again. No, wait. He went somewhere and then came up with a scissor while you looked him confused. Are you gonna cut my hair? He didn't say anything and cut the shirt around the button, separating it from the button, while you gasped because this is the important shirt he always wears in such days, and he destroyed it because of you. What you did? It will be easy now. He carefully untangled the button from your hairs and stepped back. Done, but your hairs are a mess. Leave my hair. Why did you cut your shirt? What you gonna wear? He put the button on the vanity as it has diamonds inside it. I have hundreds of them, but you only have few hairs on your head. That too, you don't wash. Your cheeks turned red again in embarrassment while he turned around and tried to control his smile. He then picked another pair of suit and showed it to you. How about these? You nodded while still feeling embarrassed. He wore his shirt and pants and looked at you through the mirror. Could you please help me in wearing my coat? You nodded and helped him in wearing his coat. This suits better, I guess. What do you think? You look good in everything. You said, fixing his tie, but didn't look at him while he chuckled looking at your face. Your hairs are beautiful. I was just kidding. You looked at him while he ruffled your hair and walked inside his room. I'll reheat the food. You said, walking inside the room while he shook his head. I'm already late, so I'm not eating now. But you shouldn't not skip your breakfast. I'll be fine. I'll eat something at the company and make something good in dinner if you want. He said, walking outside the room while a shy smile appeared on your face. You like him a lot, but never confessed. Just one-side love, and you don't want to make things awkward and complicated between you two. You don't know if he likes you or not, but he do treats you like a good friend. He's more friendly around you than anyone else. Prince John is showing more interest in running a company than taking over the empire. So we have decided that I will serve until Prince John will made his mind to become the king. All the important board members nodded in agreement. We don't have any problem. In fact, we are happy to have someone with young blood and enthusiasm as the important face of this company. We agree with your decision. Mr. John smiled and looked at Jungkook. You can join in whenever you want. We'll work according to that, and also Mr. Lee will be there to guide you as your personal secretary. Jungkook looked at him. I'll definitely gonna take help from Mr. Lee, but I have someone in my mind with whom I think I'll be more comfortable. Who is that person? He asked curiously. I'll tell you soon. Jungkook was going towards his room right after coming back from the meeting. He stopped when his mother called him. His expressions changed in a minute when he saw another woman sitting with her. She was no one other than Hana, the same girl Jungkook's parents want him to marry and also the one in whom he has no interest. He looked at his mother. Why you called me mom? She smiled. What do you mean by why? Can't you see Hana is here? She came here all the way from Seoul to meet you. And you're gonna spend time with her? I just came back from meeting mom. I need rest. With that he walked away without listening to what his mom gonna say. She sighed and looked at Hana who was looking in Jungkook's direction a little pissed. He's still same. Please don't mind him, honey. She faked a smile. It's okay, auntie. Let him rest. I'll talk to him later. Mrs. John smiled. Soon I'll convince him to marry you. This brought a smile on her face. You were sitting at the corner of the pool while reading a book. Mostly you spend your time reading books when Jungkook's not around or goes for meeting and all. Jungkook noticed you from the window of his room, so he also came there, trying to get whatever just happened a while ago out of his head. When you noticed him, you quickly got up. When did you came back? He walked near you when you were busy reading that book. He sat sitting on the edge of the pool. I thought you'll take time. There wasn't much to do. Oh, and how about your breakfast and lunch? Did you eat anything? He shook his head and looked at you. Didn't got time for that. Wait here, I'll bring something for you. You walked while Jungkook picked the book you were reading earlier and started to read it. Soon you came back with a bowl of chopped fruits and a glass of juice. Have some of these and I'll prepare whatever you want for dinner. He took the bowl from your hand and started eating. I have a news for you. You looked him curiously. What is that? He looked at you. I'm starting my work as a CEO from tomorrow. Your face brightened up. Really? He nodded. That's great. I'm so happy for you. And you're going to be my secretary. You looked him surprised. What? Secretary? I mean, how? I don't even know anything. There's a thing called learning process and experience. Just how you take care of everything here. You have to do the same there too. You just looked at him without saying anything. Do you really think I'm the right person? No doubt, he said, eating the piece of apple. You both were talking casually, but there was someone who was keeping her eyes on both of you. Her hands clenched as he couldn't bear this friendliness between you two. She hated the fact that Jungkook is feeling all comfortable around you when he never even looked at her. What? Wyan? So you were talking about her earlier? Jungkook nodded. But son, how can she? I mean, it's about the company's secretary position. She had no experience and most importantly, knowledge about this. Don't worry, mom. She'll learn everything. Are you sure about that? Mr. Lee is there for the guidance and you also know she's smart. It won't take her much and she's well educated too. Mr. John sighed as he knew they can't go against his son's decision. Okay then, as long as you're comfortable, Thank you for your support, he said, bowing his head slightly. There is something I also want you to think about, she said, grabbing both of their attention towards her. Yes? I know you won't be agree for the marriage any soon, so at least get engaged to Hana so that we can be relaxed. She's such a good girl and we all likes her. Most importantly, she loves you, Jungkook. Jungkook's expression stayed still. Mom, I'm sorry to disappoint you and I know you like her, but I don't find any attraction towards her. I don't want to get married without love. That's because you don't spend time with her. Try to give her time and you'll get to know about her as well. I'm sorry, Mom, but right now I have no interest in that. I'm taking my leave. Have a good night. He bowed at them and walked away while Mrs. John looked at her husband. We can't force him, right? But what if he chooses someone completely different from us? You know he's not into this luxuries and all. Then we should respect his decision. Marriage is about love, Shaggy. It doesn't have to do with status every time. As long as he is happy, no such things matter. She sighed. What happened to you? You turned towards him. Do you really think I would be able to do anything here? I mean, I'm already feeling dumb. He came near you, raising your heartbeat, which you always do unintentionally. You don't have to do anything. I wanted a familiar environment around me and that's why I want you here. You gulped and you both made eye contact. He walked towards his desk while you remained there standing still. Mr. Lee will be here soon, so if you want then you can grab something to eat for yourself. You didn't eat your breakfast. I don't eat breakfast if you know. He tilted his head slightly. Really? But why and how come I didn't know about it? What would you do after knowing about it? He was about to say something but someone knocked on the door and came inside. It's so nice to see you here, Ryan. He smiled and bowed at him. What's the schedule for today, Mr. Lee? He walked towards Jungkook and took out his MacBook. I'll come later. You walk outside. Few minutes later, when you left, Hana came in Jungkook's office and she was looking so pissed because she got to know about everything from Mrs. John. Can we talk, Jungkook? Mr. Lee and Jungkook both looked at in her direction. Jungkook looked at Mr. Lee, who bowed and left. She chuckled sarcastically and walked near him. So you brought that maid here also. Do you even know what the duty of company secretary actually is? She is a mere maid who might have never ever seen an actual company in her lifetime. And you brought her here to make her your own personal secretary? Wow. Do you really like her? Is it because you can't live without her or for long and you need to see her every single minute by your side? Is that why you rejected my love because you have feelings for your own maid? Can you please shut up and leave when I'm being polite? She scoffed. I'll leave, don't worry. But do you know how much trouble you'll get her into? If you think you're in love with her, then for once, apart from being selfish, think about her life too. No one's gonna question you, but she's the one who's going to suffer. She's going to get the title of a seducer who seduced a prince just to get into this royalty. Jungkook didn't able to say anything because somewhere he knew she's right. He never realized what he's doing and where it can lead you to. But it's too late now, he's already fell for you. If you really don't want to make her life hell, then I'll advise you to stay away from her. She grabbed her purse and left. You entered inside right when Hana left, as you both saw each other already. When you looked at Jungkook, he looked completely different and you assumed they probably had argument. Are you okay? He slowly lifted up his head and looked at you. Jungkook gulped down the entire bottle of wine and gasped. He never thought about what Hana said earlier. He doesn't even realize when you became his comfort zone. He was always attracted to simplicity. Despite of being a prince, he always wanted to lead a simple and normal life. When Mr. Lee showed him interviews of the girls who applied for working in Royal Palace, you caught his attention. And he assigned you as his personal caretaker. Today when Hannah pointed out all those things he probably didn't thought about because he was in love, he realized he was doing the same, but now he doesn't want to give up and will face everything along with you. There is one more thing he is not sure about is, he doesn't know whether you like him or not. Mr. Lee called you because Jungkook was not answering his phone. He has a message for him about the NGO's meeting, but because Jungkook was not answering, he called you to give him this message and tell him to go through the documents. He has sent in Jungkook's personal laptop. You were a little confused because Jungkook generally don't sleep around this time, and also he never miss any important call, so why he is not answering? You knocked on the door and walked inside when Jungkook told you to come in. You saw him sitting on the couch and there was two empty bottles of wine on the table. You got a little shocked because Jungkook generally don't drink and he's restricted to drink because of his poor health issues. You rushed towards him when his eyes fell on you. What are you doing? You know it's not good for your health. He didn't say anything and was just looking at you. Did something happen to you? Are you feeling strange somewhere? He pointed towards his